New Pokemon revealed for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, it's Cyclazar, and everyone is talking about why it suspiciously looks like the legendary Pokemon. But I also want to break down the other details about it because it's pretty interesting. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, share with your friends, comment your thoughts down below. So it's the Mount Pokemon because people ride it. More on that later, but I want to break down some of the other things going on because it's all interesting. Dragon normal typing. Oh, that just kind of leaves the opportunity for evolutions to kind of go in any direction with that normal typing. Also kind of a big boy. 5'3", 140 pounds with the Shed Skin ability. Shed Skin being a really strong ability that you may or may not be familiar with. So at the end of each turn, Shed Skin has a 1 in 3 chance of curing the Pokemon of a non-volatile status condition. If it cures it, it will do it before the damage. But the reason why, like, you don't see it that often is not a lot of great competitive Pokemon get it, and the ones that do usually run something else, like, oh, Scrafty. I think I've seen very few deliberate Shed Skin Scrafties, like, for the tank. That way you can't just toxic it out or burn it and reduce its effectiveness as it's trying to set up. But mostly you want that Moxie Snowballing or the Intimidate for doubles. So yeah, like Scrafty, Fake Out, Intimidate, more supportive. You're not going to see the Shed Skin. Who's using Seviper? Dragonair wants to go Marvel Scale, Sleep, Dragon Tail, Shenanigans. So yeah, a lot of like weird middle stage Pokemon, which makes sense for like its phase. And then other, like, not great Pokemon or better abilities, but still a really strong ability. And the Pokemon is also looking really strong with the Shed Tail move. I struggle to find the words to describe how broken this move is, but the thing is, it's so broken that you don't even need to be competitive to figure out that it's absolutely insane, because it's Substitute plus Baton Pass in the same move at the cost of only a quarter more hit points. The possibilities are endless. However, here's the interesting angle. It has to debunk that this is a legendary pre-evolution, because legendary pre-evolutions are considered legendary Pokemon and are restricted from battle, but this is the competitive update. We even get the confirmation of the battle stadium. We can see that this battling environment is different. And that's also another thing to break down. The UI is clean, which is also weird because we saw the wild Pokemon battles, and the wild Pokemon battles, they were off to me. I don't know why. I just kind of saw, I was like, this UI isn't as good as Pokemon Sword and Shield. Feels kind of weird. It's still clean. It's still good. But it doesn't feel great. This is great right here. Because we even get to see, like, the layout not be that intrusive. How many Pokemon remaining, little bit of transparency, yet all the details that matter, like the Pokemon's health, standing out, but again, not getting in the way. And also the way the text displays. Very nice as well. A little bit of overlap here, kind of weird, but again, like it's done in a way to where it doesn't actually get in the way. So now we just kind of have to like take in all the insanity of what's going on here, but it would be weird that a restricted, like a new thing is revealed and shown and then kept exclusive to a restricted Pokemon. It can't be legendary. It can't be pre-evolution. This has to be bait. Also, because then it kind of takes away from the uniqueness, because that's back-to-back generations of doing the legendary Pokemon evolution gimmick. Like, oh, Nebby, that's supposed to be like a rare thing. Then Kubfu and Urshifu happened. Generation 7 into Generation 8. So doing it in Generation 9, that doesn't make sense, even though, like, it's too... I think it's one of those things where it's almost too on the nose. That we can see a body optimized for running. You mean like how Koraidon runs, and that's kind of a meme in its own. And it's also so weird how early the legendary Pokemon were revealed, and it just seems like a casual thing. Like, we're in the streets of a city riding legendary Pokemon, and everyone is so chill and casual about it, and we're just children at some part of our adventure that just seems really early on. So it would kind of make sense if, like, well, if there was the pre-evolution, and it's such like a common casual Pokemon that everyone's just out riding it around, maybe yours evolves, maybe something special happens, it's not as big of a deal. So like, it's still really weird going on with the legendary Pokemon. But we also don't even have like the typings of Koraidon and Miraidon, and like the extra details funneling in, so why not reveal it as the evolution? Why keep it weird? And even then we have some other like little bits of lore and Pokedex entry about this Pokemon that kind of debunks that. A Pokemon that lives with humans. This Pokemon has lived in many households in the Paldea region since ancient times. Has a mild disposition, and people riding Cyclazar are very common sight. It appears they don't mind because the warmth helps stave off the cold. So again, it's like, if this was just the legendary Pokemon, I think it would just have more weight than a household thing, like even a pre-evolution legendary, everyone's riding around. Why is everyone riding this instead of Koraidon and Miraidon? Like, the weird thing is, Cosmog is a restricted legendary. You just can't bring Cosmog. It doesn't matter if it's good or not, it's just the pre-evolution of a restricted legendary Pokemon, so it's just forbidden, and that makes things so weird when it comes to Cyclizar, but also Urshifu being a legendary Pokemon from a different region. Like, it comes from a different region, so it's novel to Galar, which makes it legendary, even though, like, it has the pre-evolution of Cubfu, but was a usable legendary Pokemon. So I don't know, and I don't think it's gonna be like, well, Cyclazar is usable, and then its evolutions, Koraidon and Miraidon won't be. That just seems weird. Like, now we're getting messy for the sake of being cheeky in Pokemon design, and that's just awful game design. We've gone from legendary just being powerful Pokemon to being gods to then being watered down into like just Pokemon. I don't know, but I feel like this is not taking the legendary Pokemon angle, and there's like a lot of hints into that. And then it also kind of makes me wonder, like, okay, is Shed Tail going to be an exclusive move? There's no note that it's exclusive. We also get like other battle details, and then there's the section that talks about like the new competitive things coming into the game. So it seems like it's going to be more usable on everyone. And also that means that we could have a Strength Sap situation where like Strength Sap, top 3 most broken moves ever in Pokemon, but unusable on release because Shiinotic, deliberately low stats because of the power of Strength Sap. Also Spore. Spore being incredibly powerful, but problematic, so Shiinotic doesn't have like crazy tank stats that would make it the most used oppressive Pokemon ever. And then Grass Fairy typing, way too many weaknesses, way too frail, way too vulnerable, but the only Pokemon that initially had the Strength Sap. And then it got like Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon adoption, and you know, Jumpluff with it, very strong. Blossom, very strong, especially with like Z-move sweeping and stuff. And then Drifblim being absolutely cracked in Generation 8. So a lot of Pokemon that get access to it, using it with great success. And I don't think it's going to be like Strength Sap. I feel like it's going to launch available to multiple Pokemon, because once again, making the competitive trailer and then having so many exclusives doesn't make sense, especially something that wouldn't be usable because of legendary Pokemon affiliation. And then like everything would be tied to it. Like if Cyclazar just isn't good, or you don't set up reliably, then the best move in the game, which is Baton Pass plus a substitute, is bad. We also see Shift Gear being used early on in the trailer by Cyclazar, and that into Shed Tail means you're effectively playing 5v4. This is a sack lead. This is a not doing anything Pokemon, because it's taking a hit, then losing half its health, and then other things going on. If it's fast, that's going to be helpful. Also, Shift Gear helping that. So, like, a lot of weird things going on. Do you give it the Citrus Berry? Do you just go max hit points, max speed, Shift Gear, take the hit, Citrus Berry, Shed Tail, pass it off into whatever Pokemon? It's now 5v6, but the Pokemon you just gave a sub to, just baked in sub. You normally use the sub to like cover for the Baton Pass or something, and you don't always get it off to where like the Baton Passing in Pokemon has sub. It's just outrageous. Like everything here is potentially outrageous. Now it's 7v6. It goes from 5v6 to 7v6 in one turn. Not even within the same turn. So there's a lot of cool stuff there, but if that's it, like that's the gimmick. You see it, you know it's gonna be buffing for the attack and the speed, and that's it. But if more Pokemon get it, that's going to be really good for competitive, because now, like, weird snake and lizard Pokemon that aren't really that used have access to this and a lot of extra, like, tech and shenanigans and more setup diversity. So that's the breakdown here. Like I said, I'm happy to see its confirmation of the battle system, or not battle system, battle stadium, looking nice. Best feature in Pokemon. Well, not the best, that's cramomatic, but one of the best things to happen to competitive Pokemon with Pokemon Sword and Shield, and they're keeping it up. Really nice. Unfortunately, rental teams are back in. So the prevalence of hacked Pokemon and people not innovating and just copycatting off of hacked Pokemon and VGC nonsense is going to happen. So everything's still going to be very mucky and bad, which isn't great. I also don't see anything, like, we need battle replays. Like, it'd be so cool if you could go in that and you can see, like, top trending battle replays or something, or have a battle replay system. Still possible, but rental teams remaining from Generation 7, one of the worst things, and then somehow just dropping battle replays. Disgusting. It sucks. But overall, I'm still, like, happy. It's like, okay, confirmation, Battle Stam is back. That was awesome. Competitive information, that was awesome. Cyclizar, something's going on here. But I don't think it's going to be legendaries. And that's one of those things where, like, no one can say for sure. No one can be like, oh, wow, it's a legendary pre-evolution, and then try to, like, run with that for all of their NPC social media points. We don't know until it's confirmed, but there's not enough to confirm it. And it's just kind of like a weird thing, and be pretty lame if this was, like, pre-evolution for the legendaries, even though it is kind of weird how just this is. Where it's like, yeah, that's right. We ride in legendary Pokemon like it ain't no big deal. So it's an update. I don't like his look either. I think it's way too Digimon, not Pokemon, which is the trend of Generation 8 and 9 designs. Especially like when you see it in game, just feels out of place for a Pokemon game. But that's the direction we're heading, and everything else about the update, pretty cool. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.